Boys, how are you doing? I'm excited to cover this one today. This is going to be my sacrifice paladin. So I've been doing a little bit of work on this. I haven't actually seen many sacrifice builds out as of yet. Maybe not any, but I wanted to put a decent amount of work into my one just to see what you guys think, because I feel like it has a lot of potential, and honestly, I've really enjoyed it. So when I went into theory crafting this, I thought, okay, well, the Zealer kind of beats it in a lot of scenarios, but as a bit of a slapper, I call this one the Will Smith build, right? So this one it seems to work quite well as an elite and champion hunter. So as you can see, I got my Shaco on there. Once I got it running, I actually did a bunch of MF splits myself, and it functions pretty damn well, and I enjoy the pace of it. It's really fun. So I'd like to show you guys, see what you guys think. I'm keen to see you guys, criticisms, constructive criticisms, dare I say. But yeah, man, I really want to see what you guys think, because hopefully you guys like this, because I really enjoy it. Let's get into it. Stats, skills, gear, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, this is my level 88 Paladin, which we're running Sacrifice on. So you can see we've got 11k, not too shabby. Strength is enough to wear gear, base is 71. We have Dexterity is enough for max block, that's with Holy Shield up. Bing, bing, bing. Vitality, the rest is all chucked in there. My resistors are all my resists are all maxed. Other relevant points to note is damage reduced by 18, 20 life stolen per hit. And if we go further down here, 254 magic find, 80% increased attack speed, 77 faster run walk, and a little bit further down we got 75 faster cast rate. Over to skills. I'll talk a bit about it later. We'll cover this first. Yeah. Combat skills. We have 1 point down here into maxing Holy Shield. Now, on the left here, we've obviously maxing out Sacrifice as our main point of damage. As we see with all the synergies maxed out, we have 1045%, which is a whopping, damage chunk. Now, I do have down here 1 point into conversion. Now, conversion, enemies that we hit, a chance to convert 67%, but enemies that we hit, right, they're going to be converted for 16 seconds. So when you convert them, they're not only going to get your fanaticism aura, which is pretty sick, so they're gonna help you. They're gonna help act as a distraction for other mobs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zip around, hit other small shitty mobs we don't care about to distract the other boys, so we can go straight for the elite pack, because this is an elite hunter. Now, offensive auras, 1.1 is down to maxing fanaticism, no surprise. And then over here, defensive auras, we have 1.1 is down to maxing redemption, and a few leftovers into defiance, so that is bumping up our defense reasonably high at 13. So let's get into the gear, boys. Let's get into the gear. This is my E-botted Berserker Axe. So I really wanted to make this. I made this specifically for this build before I even tested it. I don't know, I wanted to. I'm weird like that. So I wanted to have a really high damage with high lifesteal, because we're not hitting in like fast succession like Zeal. The hits that we do hit, that we do land, I want to be making sure that we're getting enough life back in return. So this, in conjunction with Lifesteal Ring, is enough to help sustain. So for a helmet, I have my Shaco with an Ist for Magic Find. The boots I have paired with that too for Magic Find. These two you can swap out for like a G-Face and a Gore Riders if you were to do, I don't know, if you just didn't need the Magic Find, but I really like how this works. For the amulet, I have High Lords for a bit more increased attack speed, plus skill and Deadly Strike goes a long way. I have my Enigma, so this we're going to be hopping around to really pick off elites. This is the main piece that we're going to need in conjunction with the Breath of the Dying. So I do have Mage Fist here just to get that 75 FCR breakpoint, as you can see down here. Now, the other pieces we have is a Racket Mesh for 20, another plus skill, and a Raven Frost for, attack rating and cannot be frozen. Now, we do have the Spirit there as well for another 35, and a massive bonus to all the resistances. We do have a feature, actually, in this video. We do have the CTA making a feature. Oh, wowee. Claps in chat, I found him, boys. He exists. So I have my CTA on switch with the Spirit so we can get that buffed up. Now, the rest of my charms here, I have just, you know, max damage, attack rating, a little bit of res where I need them, and I do have a nice Geeds, couple more damage charms, and then some resist just to get them capped up with a Nihilus and a Hellfire Torch. Pretty standard stuff. Mercenary is an interesting one, boys. So, a little bit about the build, right? We're going to be teleporting around, hunting specifically elites. This is a single target slapper. It's a single target Will Smith slapper, boys. So, we can't go around slapping 20 Chris Rocks in the face. We just want to hit that one Chris Rock nice and hard. Then we can get along with our day, you know? So, what's the easy way to help us do that? Crowd control. Now, this is my favorite Frenzy mercenary setup, so I hope some of you guys get a good kick out of this. Lawbringer. So, a lot of people don't like the Sanctuary Aura because it knocks mobs back. I'm sorry, you can't see it because of my cam. Oh, wait, I can swap it there. There you go. That's a bit better. So, Sanctuary Aura knocks away undeads, which is actually superb. It helps split the mobs up. We can convert individual ones, teleport to the actual, you know, mobs in the elite packs that we want to kill, get the loot, and then fuck off over to the next pack. Easy peasy. Decrypify is amazing. It also has 7% life stolen per hit, so at least the mercenary has some type of life steal. Now, the other weapon that we have, let me swap back so you can see it. This is the Voice of Reason. Quite cheap as well. So we have 15% chance to cast level 13 Frozen Orb on striking. It's underrated. Not only does it look absolutely fucking sweet on the screen, but it chills everything, which is great. So it's a lot more crowd control. It's very underrated. We also have the 260% damage to demons and the damage to undead. I believe both of those kind of roll, so it does help him on that damage front. Another really handy thing, boys, is for the cheap price to make this, it has cannot be frozen on the fucking weapon. So that means on our G-Face, we don't have to tuck a Cham in there, but we can chuck in a tidy 40 ED to give him more damage, along with the Fortitude. So it's good to get the ED here, because on both of these rune words, as you can see, they don't actually roll with enhanced damage, so we can get a big enough chunk there. And I tell you, he does a good amount of damage. Now, I'm keen to just rip right into it, boys. I'm really loving this one, so I hope you guys like it too. So let's kind of rip through. Oh, well, I can actually buff with CTA. I can buff with CTA. Do you guys want to see it? Wow, this is exciting. I can't remember the last time I did this. Okay, so switch, and what button is it? Oh, wow. There we go, boys. Okay. So I have on E, my switch casters convert on the front, so we can still get the bonus from Fanaticism. Here we are. So we can convert a couple of mobs, and just to show you, let the mercenary do some work. But just converting a few mobs, it's really underrated. I haven't seen other people use this in builds, actually. Convert, and they kind of do their own thing. It's really good. Let's actually, you know, do some work ourselves now. So we can convert on like a big pack like this. Sometimes it gets a bit difficult, right? So we can convert a couple of mobs here, teleport into the elite, smack that dude away, and then we're good to go. Where else should we go that's good? Travancore's a good one, isn't it, boys? Yeah. Come on, load screen. Come on, load screen. Okay. Here we are. So we can convert the normal council members, but we can't convert the other standard mobs. But with the amount of shit that goes on in Trav, it's so handy. You just convert a couple of the shitters, kill the main dudes, and then we're good to go. And the tally stomping with this is great. Oh, Lumrune, god damn it. I always click down the stairs. Do you guys do that as well? God damn it. I always do that with my Barbarian. Man, let's keep going. Let's keep going, boys. This build is absolutely killer, and I love it. Alright, see how long it's going to take us to teleport over to Mephisto. I think these are all undead here, so we can just go bop, bop. I think Sanctuary on the Lawbringer adds damage, I want to say, to the Mercenary's attack. I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But I just kind of assume it does, because he absolutely rips face. Mithril coil. What is that, boys? Is it worth picking up? Some people may not like the conversion. That's totally fine. I only use it when I feel like I need to, just to get some pressure off my back. But you don't need to. Like, if you use it, the mobs are going to be converted for 16 seconds. So you want to convert like a shitter, like this boy in the corner, or maybe this boy here. And he's fine for 16 seconds. I'm not going to cry if I don't get the loot from him. No one cares. So let's go over here, pound out Mephisto. We're going to get Decrepify up. There we are. Awesome damage. Really awesome damage, guys. Now, I can show you how this works in... Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I love it. It sounds so great. I will go over to Chaos Sanctuary just to show you guys how that works. I'll just buy some potions because I realize I don't have any. So this build doesn't do too well with big groups of mobs, but I'm keen to show you how well the crowd control works. Oh wow, I can buff up again, guys. Hold up. X then C. Okay. It's a new world with CTA. I'm not used to it. Because the Sanctuary Aura really works wonders in Chaos Sanctuary. Here we are. We've got a few boys here, so we can convert if we need. The casters are pretty low life, so I don't usually convert them, but they were there, so whatever. But Elite Packs are great. These Venom Lords are great. So now we can convert those boys. See, we've got Physical Immune here. Once we convert some, just get the heat off us. Then we can just Telestomp, and there is Decrepify on the Lawbringer, on the Mercenary, to help us break the immunity there. Easy peasy. So I don't really worry about clearing all the small mobs, because it's going to take too long. This is mainly an Elite Hunter. Like, a single target spell, like the Sacrifice, you know, there's no point clearing, like, full clearing stuff. This really is an Elite Hunter build. Where's this one? I can't see. Oh, he was right there. Double Grand Charm, though. I'll take that. Oh, hello. I do recommend getting the 75 FCR breakpoint. You can go slightly lower, like swap out the gloves for something with like maybe Crushing Blow and more attack speed. You know, you could put the Gore Riders on. You could put on also the G-Face, as I said, and put something else in there if you want to. Convert a couple of boys there. Get some crowd control going. Oh, I just love it. It's so safe. The survivability is great even before the Mercenary does his thing. And like the conversion just makes it absolutely brilliant. Convert a couple of boys here with Decease. Don't need to worry about them. See ya. This is not going to be the best MF Hunter because you're not killing a shit ton of mobs, but if you're farming a specific area, like I think it could work pretty well in places like Travancore or what have you. Or even pits, which I'm keen to run right after this one because I love running with this build. It's really good. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Huh? What's my attack rating? Bruh. Okay, there you go. Shit, that was an unlucky run. Man. Man, boys. Man. Alright, fine. You asked for it. Well, you didn't, but... I'm gonna run pits and we'll finish it up there. Man, I could make this video like 40 minutes long. Oh, I'm gonna get this elite here. Convert a couple of mobs like that and the Decrepify. Perfect. It's like the closest I can kind of get... Oh. Died him. Okay. It's the closest I can kind of get to mimic like the Howl, you know, of the Barbarian. It's not going to be as good as the Berserker, obviously. But, man, I love how it performs. It's really fun. And you don't need to worry about, like, you can just teleport, hit, teleport, hit. It's a lot more fluid than Zeal. Zeal, you do kind of get locked into those 5 hits. You're really invested for like an extra second or 2, right? But with this, man, nah. You're good. Teleport, 1 smack, you're good to go. What else we got here? If you're specifically farming like bosses or perhaps on Travancore, you might find it better to swap out one of these for something else. Like maybe the Voice of Reason, you could put perhaps like a Death with Big Crushing Blow and Deadly Strike would be good. Or even just something with really high damage like Grief would be an awesome option too. Wall Staff, nice. Man, I really hope you boys enjoyed this one. I absolutely love it. I think this Barbarian with Lawbringer and Voice of Reason is really cheap and really super effective. You don't even need Fortitude really, just like 2 Lem Runes, 2 Phase Blades, chuck it in a G-Face, and then whatever else you throw in there, and he wrecks face. Like Sacrifice, obviously, you know, it can still do a great amount of damage if you put something like a Grief on there. I do actually like the survivability, which I prefer from the lifesteal as well. But man, I'm keen to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because it's one of my favorite builds so far in 2.4, one of the new ones. So I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess.